Hello everyone, welcome back to Pure Literature. Today we are embarking on an epic journey through the realm of fiction to celebrate some of the most unforgettable characters ever created. From legendary heroes to complex anti heroes, whether you are a fan of epic sagas, thrilling mysteries, or heartwarming tales, we have got something for everyone. We will explore what makes these characters so memorable. Jay Gatsby, the central character in F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Great Gatsby 1925, is a mysterious and affluent figure living in the roaring 20s. Known for his extravagant parties and enigmatic past, Gatsby's life revolves around his intense desire to rekindle a romance with Daisy Buchan, a married woman he still loves deeply. His pursuit of Daisy and his opulent lifestyle illustrate themes of ambition, love, and the American dream, ultimately revealing the complexities and delusionment of his character. Holden Caulfield is the troubled and disenchanted protagonist of J.D. Salinger, The Catcher in the Rye, 1951. Set in the 1950s, Holden narrates his experience as a teenage rebel who has been expelled from several prep schools. Struggling with the complexities of adulthood and feeling disconnected from society, Holden's journey through New York City reflects his deep seated fear of growing up and his desire to protect the innocence of others, particularly his younger sister Phoebe. His narrative captures the angst and alienation of adolescence, making him a quintessential figure in American literature. Humbert is the complex and controversial narrator of Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita 1955. A middle aged literary scholar, Humbert becomes infatuated with a 12 years Dolores Hayes, whom he nicknames Lolita. Through his obsessive and manipulative perspective, Humbert recounts their troubled relationship, which he rationalizes as a deep, albeit flawed, love. The novel explores themes of obsession, manipulation, and the moral ambiguities of Humbert's character, challenging readers to confront uncomfortable questions about desire and morality. Leopold Bloom is the central character in James Joyce's Ulysses, 1922, set in Dublin on June 16, 1904. The novel follows Bloom through a single day as he navigates his mundane routines and personal struggles. An advertising canvasser of Jewish descent, Bloom's journey is both physical and introspective, exploring themes of identity, alienation, and the search for meaning. His experiences mirrored the adventures of Odysseus in Homer's epic, with Joyce using Bloom's ordinary life to delve into the complexities of modern existence and human consciousness. Rabbit Angstrom is a central character in John Updike's Rabbit Run 1916. The novel follows Rabbit, a disillusioned 26-year-old former high school basketball star, as he struggles with the responsibilities of marriage and parenthood. Feeling trapped in his suburban life, Rabbit impulsively abandons his family in search of personal freedom and meaning. His journey highlights themes of self discovery, existential angst, and the complexities of American life in the mid 20th century, making him a poignant and relatable figure in contemporary literature. Sherlock Holmes is the brilliant and enigmatic detective in Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hound of Baskervilles, 1902. In this classic mystery, Holmes investigates a chilling case involving the legendary curse of the Baskerville family and a mysterious supernatural hound. With his keen powers of observation and logical reasoning, Holmes, alongside his faithful friend Dr. John Watson, unravels a complex web of intrigue and a deceit set against the Eyre Moors of Devonshire. Holmes' detective skills and unflappable demeanor makes him one of the literature's most iconic detectives. Atticus Finch is a central character in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird 1960. As a principal lawyer and the father of Scout and Jem Finch, Atticus is known for his unwavering commitment to justice and moral integrity. Set in the racially charged environment of 1930s Alabama, Atkiss defends Tom Robinson, an African American man falsely accused of raping a white woman. Through his calm demeanor and ethical convictions, Atkiss stands as a beacon of empathy and equality, challenging racial prejudice and teaching his children the importance of compassion and fairness. Molly Bloom is a key character in James Joyce's Ulysses, 1922. She is the wife of Leopold Bloom and plays a significant role in the novel's final chapter. Through a stream of consciousness narrative, Molly reflects on her life, relationship, and desires during the late hours of June 16, 1904. Her monologue reveals her complex inner world, touching on themes of love, sexuality, and identity. Molly's introspective and candid thoughts offer a profound and intimate look into her character, making her one of the most memorable figures in modernist literature. Stephen Dedalus is the protagonist of James Joyce's A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man 1916. The novel traces Stephen's intellectual and emotional development from childhood to young adulthood in early 20th century Ireland. As a sensitive and introspective young man, Stephen grapples with his identity, artistic aspirations, and the constraints of societal and religious expectations. His journey towards self discovery and artistic expression is central to the narrative, reflecting Joyce's exploration of personal and cultural struggles. Stephen's quest for independence and meaning makes him a significant figure in the modernist literature. Lily Bart is a central character in The House of Mirth 1905. Set in the Gilded Age New York, Lily is a beautiful but financially precarious young woman who navigates the upper echelons of society. Despite her charm and social ambitions, she struggles with the constraint placed upon her by her social milieu and her own ethical dilemmas. As Lily attempts to secure a wealthy marriage and maintain her status, she encounters a series of personal and financial setbacks. Her story explores themes of class, gender, and the pursuit of self worth in a rigid society. Holly, called lightly, is the captivating and enigmatic protagonist of Truman Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's 1958. Set in 1950s New York City, Holly is a young woman with a glamorous persona and a penchant for socializing with the wealthy elite. Known for her charm and sophistication, she leads a seemingly carefree life while harboring deeper insecurities and a complex past. Holly's character explores themes of identity, love, and the pursuit of happiness, making her one of literature's most memorable and intriguing figures. Gregor Samsa is the central character in Franz Kafka's The Metamorphoses, 1915. One morning, Gregor wakes up to find himself transformed into a giant insect. This surreal and shocking change profoundly affects his life and relationships. As Gregor grapples with his new alien form, he faces increasing alienation from his family and society. The story explores themes of isolation, identity, and the dehumanizing effects of modern life, with Gregor's plight serving as a powerful metaphor for existential and societal struggles. The narrator of Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man 1952 is an unnamed African American man who experiences profound alienation and invisibility in a racially divided society. The novel follows his journey from a young, idealistic student to the disillusioned figure struggling to find his identity and voice amidst societal oppression. As he navigates various phases of his life, including his involvement with the political group and his experiences in a Harlem basement. The narrator's story explores themes of racial invisibility, identity, and individuality, making a powerful statement about the African American experience and the search for self recognition. Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov, 1955, tells the controversial and complex story of Humbert Humbert, a middle aged literature professor who becomes infatuated with Dolores Hayes, a 12-year-old girl he nicknames Lolita. Through Humbert's unreliable and manipulative narration, the novel explores themes of obsession, manipulation, and the blurred lines between love and exploitation. As Humbert's obsessive pursuit unfolds, Nabokov examines the nature of desire and the impact of moral ambiguity, presenting a provocative and thought provoking narrative that challenges readers' perceptions and ethical boundaries. Aureliano Buenda is a pivotal character in Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude, represents the novel's deep themes of solitude and fate. Born in the magical town of Macando, his life reflects the cyclical nature of history and the personal turmoil of the Buenda family. As he matures, Aureliano becomes a central figure whose experiences intertwine with the novel's exploration of political and personal upheavals, making him a crucial part of this rich tapestry of magical realism. In Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, Clarissa Dalloway is the novel's central character. Set in post World War I London, the story follows her as she prepares for a high society party. Clarissa's reflection on her past, her choices, and her current life reveal her inner struggles with identity and the passage of time. Through her, Woolf explored themes of mental health, societal expectations, and the complexities of human experience, all within a single day. Ignatius, the protagonist of A Confederacy of Dunces, is a larger than life character whose eccentricities drive the novel's plot. Living in New Orleans, Ignatius is a brilliant yet troubled figure who clashes with the modern world due to his old fashioned ideals and disdain for contemporary society. His misadventures and conflicts with those around him provide a satirical look at both his personal struggles and the quirks of the city itself, making him a memorable and uniquely comical character. In John Le Carre's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, George Smiley is a shrewd and methodical intelligence officer tasked with uncovering a Soviet mole within the British intelligence agency. Known for his understand demeanor and keen analytical skills, Smiley navigates a complex web of deception and betrayal during the Cold War. His quiet determination and strategic thinking make him a compelling and enduring figure in the world of espionage fiction. In Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse, Mrs. Ramsay is the central character whose presence and influence permeate the novel. As the matriarch of the Ramsay family, she embodies warmth, nurturing, and the complexities of familial duty. Her character is a pivotal and exploring themes of domestic life, gender roles, and the passage of time. Mrs. Ramsay's impact extends beyond her immediate family, affecting the novel's broader exploration of personal and existential concerns. In Richard Wright's Native Son, Bigger Thomas is the troubled and complex protagonist in whose life embodies the racial and social tensions of 1930s America. As a young black man living in Chicago, Bicker's experiences of oppression and systemic racism led him to a series of tragic choices. His story critically examines the impact of societal constraints on individual behavior, making him a powerful and controversial figure in American literature. In Ernest Hemingway in Our Time, Nick Adams is a recurring character whose experiences serve as a lens through which the themes of the collection are explored. Through Nick's encounters with war, love, and personal growth, Hemingway delves into issues of alienation, disillusionment, and the search for meaning. Nick's journeys reflect the broader struggles of a generation grappling with the aftermath of World War I and the challenges of modern life. In Joseph Heller's Catch 22, Yosharian is the novel's central character, a U.S. Army Air Force B 25 bombardier during World War II. Desperate to stay alive amid the absurdities and contradictions of war, Yosharian becomes emblematic of the struggle against an irrational and dehumanizing military bureaucracy. His quest to preserve his sanity and life in the face of the infamous Catch 22 paradox, whereby one must be declared insane to avoid dangerous missions. But if one requests to be removed from them, it proves one's sanity, drives the novel's satirical critique of war and bureaucracy. In Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara is the fiercely determined and complex protagonist. Set against the backdrop of the American Civil War and Reconstruction, Scarlett is known for her resilience and resourcefulness as she navigates the hardships of the era. Her character is driven by a relentless will to survive and thrive, often challenging social norms and personal relationships in her quest for security and prosperity. Through Scarlet, Michelle explores themes of love, survival, and the impact of historical change on individual lives. In Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, Scout Finch is the young, spirited narrator whose perspective shapes the novel's exploration of morality and social justice. As a child growing up in the racially charged town of Macomb, Alabama, Scout's observations and experiences provide a lens in the complexities of human nature and prejudice. Her growth from innocence to a deeper understanding of the world around her is central to the novel's powerful commentary on racism and empathy. In Raymond Chandler, The Big Sleep, Philip Marlowe is the iconic private detective known for his sharp wit and moral complexity. Operating in the gritty underworld of 1930s Los Angeles, Marlowe navigates a labyrinth of crime and corruption with a sense of integrity and resilience. His character embodies the classic hard boiled detective archetype, blending keen observation with a deep sense of justice and personal code. In Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, Kurtz is a central and enigmatic figure whose descent into madness epitomizes the novel's themes of imperialism and the darkness within the human psyche. As a colonial agent in the Congo, Kurtz becomes a symbol of unchecked power and moral corruption. His complex character, both revered and feared by those around him, serves as a critical reflection on the destructive effects of colonialism and the fragility of civilization. In Kazuo Ishiguro's The Remains of the Day, Stevens is the novel's introspective and reserved protagonist, a British butler who reflects on his life's choices and duties. As he recounts his years of service at Darlington Hall, Stevens grapples with themes of duty, personal regret, and the impact of historical events on individual lives. His journey is a poignant exploration of the intersection between personal sacrifice and the pursuit of dignity. In Italo Calvino's The Baron in the Trees, Cosimo Rondo is the novel's adventurous and unconventional protagonist. At the age of 12, Cosimo climbs into the trees and decides to live there permanently. Rejecting the constraints of society from his arboreal vantage point, he engages with the world below while remaining physically separated from it. Explore themes of freedom, individuality, and the relationship between nature and human society. In Winnie the Pooh is the charming and lovable bear who enjoys a simple, contented life in the Hundred-Acre Wood. Known for his gentle nature, insatiable love of honey, and endearing optimism, Pooh navigates various adventures with his friends, including Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore. His character embodies the innocence and wonder of childhood, making him a beloved figure in children's literature. In Gunter's Cross, The Tin Drum, Oscar is the novel protagonist and narrator who refuses to grow up after his third birthday. Living in post World War II, Danzig Oscar uses his tin drum to influence events and reveal truths about the world around him. His character, marked by his magical realism and distinctive perspective, explore themes of history, identity, and the impact of personal choices on the broader social and political landscape. Hazel Motes, the protagonist of Flannery O'Connor's Wise Blood, is a conflicted young man who rejects his religious upbringing by founding the church without Christ. His fierce atheism masks a deeper struggle with faith and meaning, making him a paradoxical figure caught between belief and disbelief. His erratic actions reflect his desperate search for truth and the purpose. Alex Portnoy, the central character in Philip Roth Portnoy's Complaint, is a young Jewish man plagued by guilt and neurosis stemming from his overbearing parents and conflicted desires. Through a therapy session, he humorously confesses his sexual obsessions and frustrations, revealing his deep struggle with identities, repression, and the expectations of his cultural heritage. Alex' narrator is both comedic and tragic, capturing the complexities of modern life and individual freedom. Binks Bolling, the protagonist of Walker Percy's The Moviegoer, is a disenchanted young stockbroker in New Orleans, searching for meaning in his mundane life. Through his frequent movie-going and detached observations, Binks seeks to escape his existential despair and find authenticity in a world that feels increasingly shallow and alienating. His journey is marked by a quiet, introspective quest for purpose amid everyday life. Sebastian Flight, a central character in Evelyn Waugh's Brightside Revisited, is a charming but troubled young aristocrat struggling with his family's Catholic faith and his own inner demons. With his whimsical nature and deep sense of melancholy, Sebastian forms a close, complicated friendship with Charles Ryder while battling alcoholism and a desire to escape his familial obligations. His character embodies themes of faith, loss, and the decay of British upper class. Jeeves is an exceptionally clever and composed valet who always manages to resolve his employer Bertie Wooster's often comical dilemmas with unparalleled finesse. Bertie Wooster, his affable but frequently misguided employer, is a wealthy and carefree young man whose well meaning schemes often led to trouble. Their interactions are a blend of wit and charm, making James and Foster a quintessential comic duo. Eugene Henderson, the protagonist of Saul Bellows' Henderson the Rain King, is a wealthy but discontented middle aged man on a quest for meaning and self fulfillment. His journey takes him to Africa, where he seeks to conquer his existential crisis and find a sense of purpose. Henderson's character is marked by his emotional turmoil, introspective nature, and a deep yearning for a more authentic existence. In Marcel Proust's Remembrance of Things Past, Marcel, the narrator and protagonist, is a reflective and introspective figure deeply engaged in exploring his memories and the passage of time. His journey is marked by a quest to understand his own experiences and relationships, often through the lens of involuntary memories triggered by sensory experiences. Marcel's introspection delves into themes of art, society, and the nature of human experience, making him a profoundly philosophical and nuanced character. Toad, from Kenneth Graham's The Wind in the Willows, is a wealthy, flamboyant, and reckless character known for his wild escapades and impulsive behavior. His extravagant adventures and frequent run ins with trouble contrast sharply with the more grounded and sensible characters like Mole, Rat, and Badger. Despite his flaws, Toad's larger than life personality adds a vibrant and humorous element to the story. The Cat in the Hat from Dr. Seuss' beloved book is a mischievous, whimsical feline who brings chaos and fun into the lives of two children while their mother is away. With his iconic red and white striped hat and playful antics, he represents a delightful blend of mischief and charm, embodying the joy of spontaneous adventure and imagination. Peter Pan, introduced in J.M. Barrie's The Little White Bird, is a spirited, eternally youthful boy who never grows up and lives in the magical world of Neverland. Known for his adventurous spirit and mischievous nature, Peter embodies the wonder and freedom of childhood, leading a group of lost boys and engaging in fantastical escapades. Augustus McRae from Larry, Lonesome Dove is a charismatic, sharp witted former Texas Ranger with a flair for storytelling and complex, introspective nature. As a central figure in the epic tale, his adventurous spirit and deep friendship drive the narrative, blending humor and melancholy as he navigates the challenges of the Old West. In Dashiell's Hamlet, The Maltese Falcon, Sam Spade is a hard-boiled private detective known for his sharp mind, moral ambiguity, and tough demeanor. With his keen instincts and unyielding professionalism, Spade navigates a web of deceit and danger in pursuit of the elusive Maltese Falcon. His complex character and cynical outlook on life define the gritty realism of the noir genre. Judge Holden in Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian is a terrifying and enigmatic figure, embodying chaos and violence. As an erudite yet brutal character, he manipulates and dominates those around him, representing the dark existential themes of the novel with his profound philosophical and nihilistic views. Willie Stark in Robert Pence Warren's All the King's Man is a charismatic and ambitious politician whose rise to power is marked by both populist fervor and moral compromise. His complex character embodies the corrupting influence of power and the personal and political cost of his unrelenting pursuit of influence and control. Stephen from Patrick O'Brien's Master and Commander is a brilliant and introspective ship's physician and covert intelligence agent. His keen intellect and diverse skills contrast with the nautical prowess of his friend, Captain Jack Aubrey, adding depth and complexity to their adventures during the Napoleonic Wars. In The Little Prince is a gentle, curious, and thoughtful young boy who travels from planet to planet, seeking understanding and meaningful connections. His innocent perspective and profound observations about love, loss, and human nature offer deep insights into the complexities of life. Through his encounters and conversations, he imparts wisdom about what truly matters, revealing the beauty and simplicity of the world through a child's eyes. Antiago's in Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea is an aging Cuban fisherman who embodies resilience and dignity in his epic struggle with the giant marlin. His solitary battle against the seas reflects his enduring spirit and deep connection to nature, showcasing themes of perseverance and personal triumph amidst adversity. Miss Jean Brodie in Murray's Park, the prime of Miss Jean Brodie is an unconventional and charismatic schoolteacher who influences her students with her unique and often controversial views on art, politics, and life. Her complex personality and manipulative methods reveal both her charm and the darker side of her unorthodox teaching methods. The whiskey's priest in Graham's Green's The Power and the Glory is a troubled alcoholic Catholic priest grappling with his own moral failings while evading persecution in a Mexico undergoing anti Catholic repression. His internal conflict and quest for redemption highlight themes of grace, guilt, and the human struggle with faith and integrity. Neddy Merrill in The Swimmer is a once successful and affluent man who embarks on a surreal journey through his neighbor's pools, discovering the passage of time and his own personal decline. His odyssey reveals the contrast between his past confidence and present disillusionment, encapsulating themes of suburban disintegration and existential crisis. And there you have it, folks. From timeless heroes to unforgettable villains, these characters have captured our hearts and sparked our imaginations in ways that transcend the pages and screens they come from. Whether you are revisiting old favorites or discovering new ones, these incredible characters remind us why we love stories so much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content celebrating the magic of fiction. And as always, keep the stories alive and never stop exploring the world within books, movies, and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.